true balanced, no double amping, ESS customized 32-bit USB DAC only Optimus chip with no head amp, 4 times of the standard Devastator wiring, and the best SPC cable we created yet. All of this in a true dongle format with its own special 80 ohm earbuds for just $5 extra. Too good to be true? Well, it's Chinese New Year coming soon, and let's have some New Year spirit, right? Hello guys, Wally here again. Today, let's talk a bit about Devastator Pro and the Pro Max. Before I go into details, I want to say 2 things. First of all, the pre-ordering. Not only our standard early bird deal, we also have the option for you guys to buy Devastator Pro and Pro Max with a special hidden earbuds, the Monk Plus number series for close to nothing, which we will talk in a bit. So back to Devastator Pro and the Pro Max. Secondary, what I meant for a true dongle. For me, it means the size of Auto and Devastator. There are companies who cheated by making the USB-C jack, well, not the jack, but the USB-C is here, and there's like this kind of like a T-shaped PCB. So making the board a lot bigger, like almost 3 times as big. And they claim it to be like a true dongle size, which is, let's stick to what we have. The Auto and Devastator, that's the size of a true dongle, right? So, well, how do I say it? In a true dongle format, we fit in 2 dedicated head amp with a ESS customized USB DAC only chip, which we call the Optimus chip, meaning the best of its kind, as a USB interfacing and DAC only chip. You might be confused about why I kept saying USB DAC only. Yeah, the chip itself has no mean to drive anything for real. Unlike its sibling, like the ES9280 series, I mean, it's probably the best all-in-one USB DAC amp, chip. But the amp section can't be bypassed, even if you have a dedicated amp chip, which causes double amping that I personally don't like. On the side note, the current Devastator is not using the CX31993, or it won't sound nearly as good as it does. So we got the USB and the DAC bit nailed. It's not just good for a true dongle, it's good for any kind of dongle regardless of the price tag. And you might want to ask, what is the difference between a Dev Pro and the Dev Pro Max? Long story short, Dev Pro is the SE only version, while the Pro Max is a true balanced version. And the actual sound of a Devastator Pro Max is very close to the level of Megatron with a lot less background noise. So 32 ohm, at a 3.1 volt RMS. That means 300 milliwatt each channel. Also, twice of the voltage swing of our current Devastator, with a hell lot better layering and details thanks to the Optimus chip. A non-compromising 2 volt RMS, true balanced line out with 2 dedicated amp chip in a true balanced output. The Devastator Pro is not only a lot more powerful, but also a lot more refined. And the very first true dongle with 2 dedicated amp chip in true balance. Then its little bro Devastator Pro is also featuring the same Optimus chip, but with only 1 amp chip. So from 2 volt RMS line out to a 1.9 volt, output at 32 ohms. This low gain makes the sound a lot more relaxed and better layered than the standard Devastator. So the 2 Devastator Pro Max and Devastator Pro are a very good combo with very different kind of sounding experience. And they also look very different, you can easily tell them apart. The black piano-ish vacuum painted, plated ones are the Pro Max, while the silverish one are the Pros. Both of them are having a gold-plated USB-C jack with our best SPC cable yet. The VE Premium SPC $192, which is also happen to be 4 times of the wearing as the standard Devastator. Not to mention, it's like, it's 6N copper with silver plating. So all in all, Devastator Pro Max and Pro are something that we tried really hard to, achieve. It should have been done a bit earlier if I'm not like into trying to make the whole little things more refined. So it's like lots of detail, like the gold plated USB-C jack is taking a lot of time. But I do think, it will be worthwhile, the weight will be worthwhile. So till next time, I forgot one more thing. So, the one more thing of the section is the first member of the Monk Plus number series, the Monk Plus 80. 80 means 80 ohms. Our, the very, how do I say, over the last 10 years that we are making earbuds, we have had a lot of good earbuds that we cannot really sell for like a high price. I mean, it's great sounding, but not as great as our Oscillas and Zens, but great if we're giving them enough juice to sing. So with the hope of restoring the earbuds community, I do want to have them like out for just our famous 5 US, but only for those who can buy our dedicated source for the best audio, synergy and experience. No, it's capped at 1 per dongle. So what I mean by restoring the earbuds community, I mean there have been a lot of new bloggers who think, those good looking earbuds are in good sound. And most of them find them to be lesser than the generic shelled ones. Well, it's just a simple acoustic failure in comparison to the classics, So people think pricey earbuds are not good. They won't want to buy a proper pricey generic shell earbud because they look generic and cheap, right? So even it sounds good, but they don't want to spend like $200 US on a generic shell. They might want to buy my premium dongle though. So I can sell them 80 ohm or even higher impedance earbuds with a basic cable, but a nice looking finishing for just $5 US. That is with a 4.4 jack if the dongle is 4.4. So I'm not like, forcing an earbud into those who don't want to buy one, don't want to, have one when they buy our dongle. They feel like I'm spending the money for a dongle. So you are just spending money for a dongle. I'm merely offering them a close nothing price tag. With our, track record of high impedance earbuds, like 200, 400, 1000 US dollar, I think it's fair to say this is a crazy good chance for people to fall in love with the earbuds again. But let me do stress this. Even almost all of our earbuds look, generic, but none of them are. So even like, how I say, we just like the classic design and all our shells are our own with our logo and improved acoustic among, from the original design. Not to mention the metal version with jewelry level hand polishing and finishing. So I guess enough showing off. We have, our claw audition, which should make things easier for you to hear how good they are. I guess till next time, bye bye.